Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you all a tour of my pet room. It's been a huge work in progress and I'm so excited to show you guys. Also, be sure to stay till the end of the video because I'm going to be doing a brief introduction to every single one of my pets. I'm constantly getting questions about who I have, who I still have, who I don't have. So if you want to see everyone, make sure you watch till the end. It's been a little while since I showed you guys the pet room and there have been a lot of updates. I actually just got the whole room put together today, so it's very possible that things might change, but I did want to show you what I have right now. Also, if I sound like I'm dying, I probably am. I'm very allergic to rabbits. There's two of them, so I'm kind of wheezing. Right when you enter, you have the hedgehog cage. I have this little piece of fleece on top of the cage to help keep it a little bit warmer and to give him a little bit more privacy. There's his little nose peeking out. Maybe he'll go say hi throughout the video. Over there is his bucket wheel. He has a water and food dish, a ramp that goes into this box, which just has some different Carefresh bedding in it for him to dig, and some ping pong balls, and a random hedgehog stuffed animal that he came with. Away from that, underneath, oh, there he is. Hey, cutie. He has his log hide over here. He has a little area he can also go under and sit if he wants. He has some different fleeces here if he decides to sleep in that. And he has another little house with a little staircase. He has a water bottle. I do have a water bowl in there as well, but I just have a bottle in case that's what he prefers. This cage does meet the bare minimum for hedgehogs, at least in the US. It's just under 5 square feet and it's about 775 square inches for those of you that are more used to hamsters. Even though it is above the bare minimum, I would like to upgrade him. I'm just waiting on that, partly because I just got him and I wanted to keep him in the setup that he was used to in his old home, but also because I'm just not sure what cage I want to buy. I'm going back and forth between a couple of them. I would love to do something like a Zen Habitats for him. But personally, I just don't love the way Zen Habitats look and they're a little bit expensive. So I've also been debating getting, excuse me, this is what happens when you don't zip tie their wheels. But I've also been debating between getting an IKEA detail or maybe those really big aquariums. A lot of people don't recommend aquariums for hedgehog because they tend to have really high humidity, but if you get a big enough one with a ventilated top, it can work. That's him again. I'll definitely do a full video introducing because I know y'all are curious, but he's honestly the cutest hedgehog I have ever seen, and he's a little grumpy when he wakes up like expected, but he is so sweet once you get him out. Also, I do have a ceramic heat emitter for him just to keep it a little bit warmer because hedgehogs, if it's too cold, can go into hibernation. His cage is sitting on some lac tables. Directly underneath, I have an extra large litter box for the rabbits and this DIY toy that I made. I also normally have an air purifier plugged in, but I took it out just to keep it a little bit quieter for the video. I have to see how the rabbits are going to do with this cord. I have a feeling they're not going to bother it because my rabbits are really good about that, but I can also just get a cord protector. Moving right across, I have this gray yoga mat just to give them a little bit of traction. I'm going to try to keep it just a yoga mat, but if they pick at it too much, I can always put some fleece over it. And I have this really sad looking Dollar Tree rug over here. My rabbits, for the most part, have really good feet, and they never have issues with sore hocks. I have the same flooring up in my room. Guys, there are literally people who tell me that I'm faking my allergies because they're like, you can't have rabbits if you have allergies. Guys, I don't know. I would not fake this, and I don't think that I could. It's terrible, but we'll get through it. Anyways, over here, I have this little mini rug. I'm just testing out to see how I like it and how the rabbits actually like it. I might get something a little bit nicer, but I'm just worried that, again, because I have allergies, that it's just going to be, like, contaminated with fur in a few months, and I'll have to throw it out. So I'm not sure. I'm going to see how this one holds up before I make a permanent decision. Then over here is this beautiful West Elm storage piece. I got it for a really good deal off of my local classifieds. Next to it, I have this laundry basket that I used for all the pets' laundry. Fun fact, I actually got that to my dorm, and then I never stayed at my dorm, so I just put it here. And I have a water bowl there. Directly across from that, I have this WOPAT automatic water, which is really good because it keeps the water fresh all the time. And then next to it is basically the rabbit's playpen area. Now, the main reason that they're in here partly is because I had so many issues with their bond before, and even though that they are rebonded now, I noticed that when they were in the really large space, there's just a lot more chasing going on, and it was kind of hard for me to monitor how they were actually doing because they could literally be completely across from the room. And it's hard to know whether that's because they've been fighting or whether that's because they just happen to be sitting on the other side of the room. I think having them in a cage like this is going to help strengthen their bond, and especially during the summer. I know it's a little controversial, but I do let my rabbits outside in a playpen. I've been doing it for years. I'm not recommending that you guys do it, but it's just something that I do with light supervision. And because the playpen outside is also so huge, I don't feel bad having them in this for like very few hours of the day. I doubt they'll even be in this for like 6 hours every day. So they're still gonna have tons of time to play in the room and play outside. And I'm not saying that this is permanent, but right now I just feel like it's gonna be easier for me to work on their bond. Before they were bonded, and while I was bonding them, litter habits were an absolute mess. They used to be really good, but with all the territorial behavior and marking, it was just kind of really hard to keep up with, and I got really bad at it. So Sachin has always had pretty good litter habits, and his have returned back to normal. Butchin, he's a little bit younger, and he's just never been that good with litter habits. So sometimes having rabbits in a smaller space can help them, and also it'll just help me to keep it clean and just be better about cleaning it regularly rather than letting it kind of build up and get messy. I can already see how much cleaner this looks now versus giving them the entire room initially. They would always have little markings everywhere, which again is natural for I'm literally gonna die. But yeah, it is pretty natural for rabbits to leave little poos as territorial markings, but I'm hoping I can work on it a little bit more just to get the litter habits a little bit more under control. So yeah, the cage or the pen is pretty simple. They have 2 large litter boxes with orchard grass hay, a water bowl, which you can tell by the floor they already kind of made a mess in, a cardboard tunnel, a plastic little cat toy, some more toys. They have stacking cups in there and a hay mat, and they have this little fleece area and a rug in case your feet are feeling sore. So moving on from this cage area, I'm going to show you some of the other things that they have in their room. Right now, I have this really cool table put in, and this is my first time ever doing this. I basically made them their own dig box. They actually haven't used it yet. I want to film a YouTube video of their first reaction to it. There's actually a ton of different materials in there. There's shredded paper, some Carefresh, and there's even some soil texture in there. I'm just playing around and seeing what they like. And I have this little doll bed if they need to help them to jump in it. And it's also nice that it's under this table because it gives them a partially covered area. The next is my sugar gliders cage, which my rabbits use as a giant hide because I took out all the bars underneath so it's completely open. And behind, I also added this tunnel because rabbits love little dark nooks and crannies like this, especially because they think that they're not supposed to go back here. It just makes them love it even more. Speaking of sugar gliders, this room has to be pretty multi-purpose because I like to let the rabbits free roam here, and I also like to let the sugar gliders free roam here. Obviously not at the same time. The sugar glider cage, it's technically downgraded right now. They normally have an extra level. That's just because the room was getting redone and I had to take it off so I could actually move it outside of the room. But the extra level or like story will be added on probably like in the next week. Moving on from the cage, which the sugar gliders can use to play inside of, but also when I let them out for free roam time, they can also use to play on the outside of it, which they absolutely love. They can also jump from the cage onto this really cool wall thing that I made. This is like 10x mesh cloth that a lot of people actually use to make entire sugar glider cages out of. I just hanged it on this part of the wall here. And it's also great because I can even put different toys and accessories and hang them from the wall, which makes it super interactive. The other main area for them is right over here on this windowsill. Hi guys. So over here, I just have some different baby toys and then this little plastic toy. So this is just, I don't even know what this is. This is a baby toy. This is a really cool house that the person actually got Piglet from. She made this for me, which is why it's kind of pig themed. So it's just a house. Sometimes I put it in their cage. I'll obviously rotate this area out. And this can go to the rabbits actually. I'm sorry guys. And this is just a plastic ball pit with a bunch of random little knickknacks, which is great when they're free roaming. I can put treats in there and have them forage. And because I only let them out here for supervised play, I'm okay letting them on this windowsill. Even though there are wires, my sugar gliders don't chew wires, and again, it's always supervised. I wonder, maybe I'll like get a box or something to put around it just to keep it a little bit safer, but this is a room where like the router and everything is, so I have to be mindful of that. And also, I often get questions about my storage and things like that. Basically, most of the food is in these little things. It's a brand of pellets that I feed my rabbits, because a lot of people ask. This is like the rabbits box. This is the sugar gliders box. This is the hedgehog's box. I don't feed that diet, it's just what he came with. And below are just some different cleaning supplies. Honestly, I wish I could say this was rabbit and sugar glider stuff, but most of it is just sugar glider stuff. They're absolutely spoiled. This also is normally filled with fleeces. I need to find all my fleeces because I have no idea where they've been. They're just like all around the house. Also, I thought I'd show you guys this drawer with even more sugar glider stuff because I apparently really like hoarding it. And I thought I'd introduce you to all of the pets. That's Butchin. He's a broken Sable Point Holland Lop. He's going to be 3 next January. That's Sechin. He's a lilac gray Himalayan Netherland dwarf. And he's actually going to be 5 this November, which is crazy because I swear I just got him. I also have 4 sugar gliders. So that one is Latte. He was a rehome. I saw one behind there. That one is Camo. He came from a breeder. That one is Piglet. He came from a breeder. He's the most social. And that little lazy guy, that name's Cow. He's also a rehome. He's the oldest. He's kind of like the grandpa. He sleeps a whole bunch and he doesn't love to play, but he's honestly so sweet. And this little Pokemon is my hedgehog. He honestly doesn't have a name yet, so leave some comments down below. We've gone through a couple. My favorites are Carlos or Carl. Some other really cute ones I've heard is like Mochi or Taro. There's some really cute ones that you guys have left. I have to go through the comments again. But yeah, he is absolutely adorable. And my pets that aren't in the pet room, this is my Chihuahua. His name is Coco. He's a rescue. I think he's going to be 6 in also November. Also, if y'all are looking to get a crate for your dog, don't get one that's so much bigger than they are. Like this. This one works for us. We just got it a couple of days ago. Before he had like a more traditional size. It was like 24 by 18 or something like that. We just upgraded him to this one because we wanted him to have more space. And he doesn't really use the crate a whole ton when we're home anyways. He's using this okay. If he didn't, we would have just returned it. Yeah. He likes it, and it's nice because if we ever do have to go out and walk him, which we rarely do, we can put the food and water in here. And this is my last pet. This is my Leachianus gecko, Geico. I've done a recent video, like fully introducing him, answering questions about his care and his cage and everything. But yeah, he is in a 36 wide by 36 tall by 18 deep Exoterra, so it's plenty big for his size. Some people would say too big. I honestly don't think so. I think this is a great size. He has tons of hides, he eats great, and he literally uses the entire thing, so I couldn't imagine him anything smaller. So with that, I guess we'll end the entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think. I know some people's pet rooms have like 50 to 60 animals. That is not for me. That will never be for me. In fact, what am I? I think I'm at 9. This is probably the most that I'll ever have, and I'm okay with that. I just thought you guys would find this funny. I just sprayed the enclosure, and I guess it was a little too slippery for him because somebody fell completely off the walls. Hey, buddy. So much for an arboreal species, huh? Look how freaking cool they are. Their skin underneath is like practically translucent. I freaking love this guy. Oh, let me know who your favorite and least favorite pet is. I think everyone's least favorite, and honestly probably mine, is Geico. We love you, buddy. We just like the other ones a lot more. My favorite pet, probably Coco, but I feel like Piglet is a close. Oh my god. Okay, maybe Geico needs to move up there because this is freaking adorable. Yeah, my favorite pet are probably Coco, and Piglet, my sugar glider, is a close second. I'm pretty sure most of y'all are going to choose Butchin or Sechin because I know he's your guys' favorites. Okay, everyone. Geico says bye.